Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Welcome back to Valorant News. Lots going on right now. The Red Bull home ground is continuing. It concludes tomorrow. We'll talk about how that finished up yesterday. But also, Shroud saying that Cloud9 Blue, going into Champions, could be the best North American team. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you could do to help this channel reach more people. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Lots of growth these last few days. Firstly, this from Evil Geniuses. Of course, the CSGO Major is ongoing right now, concluding later today. And Evil Geniuses had a pretty tragic, round of performances in the new Legend stage, or whatever the round of 16 is called nowadays. They went 0-3, I'm pretty sure. And anyway, they decided to release Stanislaw, Obo, and Michu from their team. They keep Breeze and Circle on their squad. Now, kind of interesting, right? Because EG, a lot of people would say, are pretty much primed to go to Valorant and build a Valorant roster. Now, whether they're actually going to do that, whether these guys are actually going to go down that route, I don't really know. But it seems to be kind of calling for some of these guys to go down that route. I was kind of surprised, given the whole Ethan situation, right? That maybe Breeze doesn't consider a similar thing. Of course, maybe they want to keep playing Counter-Strike, but still, there could be some serious options for these guys here, especially when, of course, you've got a guy like tariq, as George points out, playing pretty well in Valorant as of late, considering, potentially, what his options are to get an actual starting roster, like an actual former competitive team, and maybe some of these EG guys could be in consideration, because North American Counter-Strike, clearly not in a good spot, but as they say, in the new year, we look forward to coming back stronger, continuing to prove our dedication to NA CSGO, but whether that transpires in reality and is actually an intelligent decision, that of course remains to be seen. But still, that apparently is what they're going to be trying to do. Let's talk about this then, right? So the Red Bull home grounds going on, as Scream says, the Arcane Sheriff, yes or no? So he decides to give this one a go, I'm pretty sure, for the tournament. And as he says, he basically said further on to this, I better hit some one-taps with this thing. But pretty nice new skins coming into the game. They go up against TenZ deliquid. They take this one down 2-0. And their opponents in the grand finals are going to be another roster, which of course is going to be competing at Challengers. So, of course, Committee of Champions, my apologies, in December. So, yeah, Yampy, Scream, kind of the usual suspects here, really leading up the lines. They take this one relatively comfortably. Ascent goes 13-8, and then, Icebox goes 13-9, and that's job done for the rest of the series. So, Liquid took this one relatively comfortably. We also got on the other side Ascends. They take down Giants Gaming 2-0. Of course, the cNed question mark is quite a big one right now. What's going on with the whole money laundering scandal, Twitch type stuff that we talked about a few days ago, whether that's going to affect his prospects really to actually make it to Champions, I don't know. Hopefully not, but still, Ascend looking very solid indeed. And we can see their series results here up against Giants. They, cNed 34-26, as I say, relatively the usual guys getting involved. 13-4, 13-9. At the end of the day, relatively comfortable for these guys. As I say, for a lot of these teams, they probably don't want to reveal too much. They're probably playing kind of puggy Valorant in a way, and they're just kind of playing to just get kills and take headshots and stuff like this, as opposed to using any real revolutionary strats that they might want to save for Champions in a few weeks' time. This then, Liquid take the 2-0, Ascent take the 2-0. They're going to be playing each other in the grand finals later today, and that's going to be pretty interesting to watch. But of course, there's other things going on today, like, there's the Mexican Grand Prix, you've got the CSGO Major, there's, I probably won't be tuning into this one. But of course, Ascend and Liquid, they both are in Valorant Champions here in December 1st through the 12th, and of course, we have 16 teams involved, as you can see, the 16 teams for you guys on screen right here. Now, of course, Liquid and Ascend, they're going to be playing each other, but one of the kind of surprise qualifications here from the North America Last Chance qualifier was Cloud9 Blue. They made it a crazy run. They beat, they beat pretty much all the teams they had to beat, took down Rise in the finals, beat 100 Thieves before that, and despite a loss to Rise right at the start of the tourney, they made a really crazy run and played some impeccable Valorant, to be honest. The 13-0, especially in the grand finals, was honestly remarkable performance. And C9 just at a time, they looked so much better than all the other North American teams in the region. And as Cloud9, as you can see, they qualified for Valorant Champions. And what will they do at Champions, right? Because they kind of had a pretty good underdog story at the LCQ, and maybe they're going to make even more of a run here at Champions than a lot of people would expect. Now, Shroud has a few words to say on this. While he was kind of watch partying the game, of course, maybe there is some bias involved, because Shroud was part of the Counter-Strike team for Cloud9 for a very long time, right, for several years, has even a spot on caches named after Shroud, right, for his kind of tenure in that game, up on top of those boxes right outside the right side of A, if you guys know what I mean. But anyway, while he was watching this, Shroud had a few words to say on Cloud9, saying that pretty much he thinks, at least in terms of the way they were playing now, pretty much perfect Valorant, they could be the best team in North America. He goes on to kind of correct himself and say maybe not quite, but still, at least in terms of current form, they've got to be right up there, right? Because a lot of these other teams that are at the top of the pecking order, they haven't played in quite a while.
Dodged it. But he died. Dude.
That's still going to be a little bit of the hesitate or dazed, sorry. We saw there on depoised. Now Neptune makes noise. That's gonna be the last few steps. They're still gonna be defusing. That's gonna be enough.
They're insane. This might be the best team in NA. I'll be honest with you.
Breach 5-4 Cloud9, and I feel like we're gonna get a timeout soon here.
I'm like half capping, but at the same time, they're very good.
So these are the rankings according to VLR.GG. You've got the European rankings, Gambit, Liquid, Ascent, these types of usual suspects over here. But North America, Sentinels, of course, number 1, then Envy, then 100 Thieves, then Cloud9 Blue, then Rise. So Rise and C9 both rose up massively in terms of the ELO rankings as a result of this tournament. But, I mean, you can see 100 Thieves, for example, they're still technically 3rd, despite, you know, clearly not being as good as C9 or Rise. Or, you know, they did beat XZ, but like 100 Thieves, clearly that tournament were not a 3rd place team in the North American region. Sentinels and Envy, of course, had already qualified for champions. Therefore, like, you know, they're in quite a nice position. But of course, Sentinels, despite a really high ELO rating, they haven't competed in quite a while. The last tournament they played in was Berlin, where they lost in the finals to Envy. So it's not clear right now exactly how good these guys are in comparison to C9. We haven't seen them play this kind of a C9 squad at the current time. And look at this, right? For example, this is C9 Blue's recent results. When, okay, they lose to Rise 2-1 right at the start of the LCQ. After that, they beat Gen.G, beat XZ, beat 100 Thieves, beat Rise, and even before that, during the NSG, like, they had some great results as well. So right now, I think Shroud isn't out of his mind to say C9 could be the best team in North America. Certainly the best team at the LCQ. The only two teams that theoretically could be better than are Envy and Sentinels, of course, and I guess technically you would have to say one of those two teams is number 1, but I mean, you can see Sentinels had some crazy results in kind of a similar situation, but they go to the Masters Berlin, they lose to G2, they lose to Envy, right? So maybe he's actually got a point here. Definitely an interesting one for you guys to, well, think about, I suppose, down in the comment section below. But yeah, it does make things exciting, right? Because going to champions, you got Sentinels, you got Envy, but also you got C9 Blue in the mix as well. And I mean, you've got so many other teams as well also attending. But it will be exciting to see if any of those North American teams end up matching up with each other at champions in a couple of months' time. I just wanted to finish up with this as well, because at the end of Worlds, yesterday, League of Legends Worlds, nice little advert got played from the Right Game side about Valorant Champions, and there was some really, you know, reaction to this as well, like whether it's actually a good advert, whether it's going to entice some League of Legends fans to come over and watch Valorant Champions in December. And Sideshow had some thoughts on maybe how it could have been executed a little bit better. But very much intrigued your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button tells the YouTube gods this is a good video. Others like you should see it as well. And I've grown the competitive Valorant community. Thank you much as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.
We like reset. We've only come back stronger.
We have good confidence.
Not a shred of doubt. We worked hard to get here. We have all the potential.
I'm coming back. I really want that win. I want that dub badly.
Hopefully we can create a dynasty for NA.
오히려 잘할 거면 더 잘할 수 있다는 생각밖에 없기 때문에 저는 진짜 압박감은 하나도 없습니다.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. That was an advert to people who are interested in League. And I think, you know, it was incredibly generic. And the art wasn't particularly interesting either. It was just kind of symmetrical, I don't know, golden chain kind of things. But it introduced the idea that there was Korean players, a dynasty for North America. That might get people interested.